Hello and welcome to Thursday night reading sprints. I missed last week's reading sprints because I was away, so it's really nice to be joined this week by you two lovely people. Thank you for joining me, Lizzie and Kasha. We've all just admitted before we started that we're feeling quite tired, so hopefully the people in the comments, you can give us some energy. Tonight I really need to do some editing of, I'll show you my messy pile of paper, so if you see me looking worried, it's because they're not attached. I ended up attaching them in the wrong order, so I had to pull them apart. So they're just loose leaves of paper floating around, which is scary. So that's my job for tonight. And I've also been sent this pretty book. It's like a vampire information book, but it's got beautiful illustrations and it's really short. So I'm hoping that I might get to read a little bit of this tonight as well. So how about you two? Have you got any plans for tonight, Lizzie, particularly?
Yes, I'm going to try and get some more of How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix read. I'm just shy of 100 pages at the moment, and it's taking me a long time to get through it. I think because I didn't quite realize how much it focuses on grief and not fun, sentient haunted house like I wanted it to be. So I'm struggling a bit with it. And it's the first Grady Hendrix I have read. And I'm not gonna lie,
No.
Sorry, that was the cat just deciding to
Sabotage.
sabotage. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm struggling with the writing style, and I'm struggling with how heavy it is with grief.
If it's any help, I have read most of his books, I think, at this point, and that is the only one I've DNF'd because of the grief stuff. And because there's the mom is separated from a young child, and I know that's not a huge focus, but I just found that really difficult. I was like, if I was going through something difficult, the thought of being away from my kid as well would just be not an option. So yeah, so a few things about it. I just went, nope, I don't care if this is Grady Hendrix. I just can't at the moment. So
yeah, I've got this one and Horror Store that I wanted to read. Are the two
Horror Store, yeah, Horror
Store's
more fun. There's nothing like the kind of deep grief stuff in that I can remember. It's just a haunted IKEA type store, and it has like an underpinning story, but it doesn't have the same like darkness to it, I don't think. Have you read both of those, Kasha, or just How to Sell a Haunted House?
No, I read My Best Friend's Exorcism, the Southern Book Club of Staying Vampire, something like that.
Yeah.
I read the Final Girl Support Group, which I think has been my favorite so far, because of course slashers and Final Girls. I mean, and I did enjoy How to Sell a Haunted House because it was a bit bonkers when you get to the midpoint ending, like it takes a turn. But I do like horror and grief together, so it's a personal choice, I guess. And I don't mind to see characters grieving in horror. It depends, if it has a purpose or. And I think this book has a purpose, but you have to keep going. I don't know if it's the best Grady Hendrix to start with.
No,
but maybe not.
But it's one of the ones I was doing a challenge where I had to roll. I had like 10 books and I rolled a D10, and it was one of the ones that it landed on. So it just happened to be the first one I started with. I wanted to read Horror Store a while back, but I was in a really bad reading slump and I just didn't want to pick anything up. And now every time I try to pick up Horror Store, something else has happened within my life where I haven't wanted to read. So I'm like, maybe I'll just like let the fates decide. And I've been rolling a dice and picking up whatever comes up. And I don't mind books about grief, and I don't mind horror and grief together either. I just wasn't expecting how much of it is centered around grief. And there isn't quite enough like spooky scares yet, like at page 100, which I'm sure I can't wait until I get midpoint and it gets absolutely bonkers. Like, I want that to happen. But it was just like, it slaps you in the face right from the beginning, and it's so in depth about like this overwhelming grief.
I think I even noted I think I noted down something like it takes off at page 176 or something like that. So it takes a little bit. It takes
maybe tonight we'll see Lizzie's face change during the sprints where suddenly she goes, "Oh God, I've got to the bit."
Yeah,
you make me want to skip just to the middle of the book, Kasha, and just to kind of go la 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 la. Like sometimes I do. I sometimes skip read if it's content that I really don't like, in the hopes that I'll get to the good stuff, and that does sometimes work for me. But let's just do a couple of comments and then we'll find out what Kasia is planning to read tonight. Thank you. It's nice to see everybody in the comments as well. Me too. I've been looking forward to this all day. Hi, Amy. Hello. That is really nice that you've come back to Sprints joining us. Sorry if that wasn't a sentence. Like I said, tired. Hi, Ellie. Eck, was that an extra bit of Yorkshire for me or a typo? You're being Yorkshire, Charlie. Right, Eck. Let's see. Hello, I did, thank you. It was very fun and relaxing. Went to Mallorca and just stayed on like a hotel resort for a few days. Didn't go very far. It was very nice. Woohoo! That's excellent news, Sharon. Very jealous. Hello. I saw the cover of that. It looks really cool. I screenshotted it for later. Nice. Demonic heavy metal horror. I mean, there's also Grady Hendrix if you're looking for a kind of heavy metal style horror. We Sold Our Souls is another good one, Lizzie, that I didn't find had that kind of dragging quality to it. I quite like that one. The City of Stardust. That sounds pretty. Is that a fantasy? I'm guessing. Have either of you heard of that?
No.
I feel like with it being Charlie, it might be fantasy. I'm sure Charlie will tell us. Yay! Let me know if you need any help, Charlie. If you need to fill any all three gaps, I'll see if I know anybody. Like everybody saying hi to each other. Yeah, me too. I think when it's quirky, it's my favourite, Sharon. I think I always like the lighter bits and flinch away from the darker ones, which is why I liked the Final Girls one as well, Kasia, because I felt that one, it kind of went heavy on the slasher thing and not too heavy on the feelings. Everybody chatting. Oh, Magical Readathon. Tell me, what's Magical Readathon? You're nodding, Lizzie. Did you know about that one?
Yeah, it's due from Book Roast's readathon that they're doing. It's set in like its own fantasy world, made from like the original one, where it was based on Harry Potter. She's now made it so it's not related to that franchise anymore, and it's all within her own like magic school type setting in like its own magical world. And the prompts are always really good. I haven't watched the announcement because I did have a nap before jumping on these sprints, an unintentional nap because I was playing Dreamlight Valley and I woke up to my cat just sitting on my face and licking my nose and going, oh my god, what's the time? And so I didn't get to watch the premiere that G had put up like half an hour ago. So yeah, it's always really cool because you can pick like careers and stuff and read prompts like related to that. Like it's
is that happening fairly soon? Is that this month or next month?
I'm not 100% sure when it is. I just know that it's called the Autumn Equinox, so it might be September.
Okay.
Or, no, it'll be August. It'll be August. I'm pretty sure it's normally August.
Okay, I'm going to check that out. That sounds good. Excellent. I thought it might be fantasy. Let's mark where we are in the comments. How about you, Kasia? Have you got reading plans for the evening?
I'm a little bit undecisive. I don't know what to do. I have a couple of books that I need to read and review. So I have You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight.
Yes.
By Kaylin Barron. So I'm excited about this one because it deals with the final girl trope. So, and the other one that just came today in the mail is Getting Away with Murder.
Yay! I just finished that one. It was really fun. It's very Catherine Foxfield. If you're in the mood for more of the kind of like fun, slashery sort of she's really good, I think, at setting up a scenario and just like letting it get out of control. Especially this one is like the kind of closed room scenario. Bunch of teams are in like an escape room type situation. And it's fun. You read that one, Holly?
Because I like things that are kind of like a little more, and I also wanted it to be horror straight off the page, and it wasn't, like from page one. And the stuff in it, like, it is fun, but it just wasn't what I was expecting it to be. But the writing is really good. It wasn't anything to do with the writing style, and the characters were fun. It was just I wanted more slasher out of it, and I don't even know how to explain that.
No, that says it all. I think recently I found that if I go in with a really specific expectation, which happens a lot, like the branding and the blurb and everything give you a real feel, don't they? And if it doesn't match up, it's sometimes really hard to go, okay, I'm actually reading a different book than what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did I read recently? This Delicious Death was a bit like that for me, where it totally wasn't what I expected, but actually I think I enjoyed it as much as, if not more than, I expected to.
I enjoyed that one, but I also thought maybe it was a bit missing on the horror aspect. But no, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I expected it to be really gruesome and like you said, kind of high body count from the get-go. It was sounds a bit similar to what you said, Lizzie. It was like a bit more like about dealing with what it was like to have this condition of wanting to eat flesh and stuff like that. So it had a bit of a contemporary and sort of kind of dystopia feel as well. Okay, so we've got to a good place in the comments to go to a sprint. So we'll do the usual 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Feel free to read, write, do whatever you like. If you're joining in any fun readathons or reading anything good, let us know in the comments. If you want recommendations, you've got a range of horror fans on screen, and I think Lizzie and Kasia both read varying things as well. So do I. And we've got Charlie in the comments, who is a big fantasy fan. So if you want a book rec, let us know. And I think that'll be a good point to get to sprint. So I'm hoping to do a good chunk of editing. Hope you two enjoy your reading, and we will see you in 40 minutes. Hello. First sprint done. How did we get on? How did you do, Kasha?
Okay, I mean, I'm reading a bit slow because first of all, I'm tired, and second, I'm taking notes because I try to review like new releases, so I want to make a video on it. So I'm taking notes of things and places and stuff. So I'm a little bit slow, but so far it's okay. They're just introducing a little bit the concept of the book. It's basically a summer camp where they did a movie in 1983, like a slasher movie, like a cheesy 80s movie. And now they are using the grounds and the cabins and everything from the film to do like a life experience. And they have guests and they, put up like kind of a play, almost like they are in a movie and they chase them and all of that. So they're kind of going through that. And a couple of the staff members did not show up to work, so they just think that they bailed on them, but I'm guessing that they're just RIP, goodbye. So I don't know, but I mean, so far it's okay. Nothing bloody has happened yet or anything, but I do like the concept. That's a reason why I really wanted to pick up the book. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Make you want to read it soon. But like you said, I think I kind of want the slasher stuff to kick in. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. How about you, Lizzie? How is How to Sell a Haunted House going?
I read about 50 odd pages. And it's gotten a little bit weirder. I don't know if it's the idea of the fact that there's loads of dolls everywhere that's creeping me out, or the puppets, or the taxidermy. I'm not sure which one of the three weird things that I don't like. But yeah, it's getting spookier, so I'm hoping it just keeps on ramping up. Because I'm on page 153 now, so I'm like getting close to 178. So I'm getting close to
I mean, that's when things kick off, but there's a lot that happens, and it just ends up really being bonkers. But I enjoyed it. We'll see. I'm not gonna give you many hints on where it's going because you need to be surprised. But we'll see if you enjoy it.
No, they sound like a lot of things that could come to life, like all of them. Bearing in mind I haven't read this, so I feel like any of those at some point are going to start like skittering around the house. Yeah, so good luck with that, Lizzie. That sounds like all the things that scare me. Like, when you're looking at a doll and like you can just see from the corner of your eye and it's like creeping you out. Like, I think that book is that, just on a large scale, isn't it? From the sound of it. So.
For sure. Sure. I think the two dolls that the main two dolls that both like the siblings hate, I'm just like, they're so gross. Because growing up we used to have like the Victorian dolls that kind of stood fairly tall with like all the ringlets and the eyes that they used to like look like they were following you. And my mum still has one at her house. And whenever I go and visit her, I always sleep in the Victorian room and always on top of the bookshelf. And I'm like, I hate this. Why have you got this here? Like, I'm trying to sleep in this room and you have to put the creepiest doll that you still have. God knows why, but you still own it. I've got to sleep in a room with it.
I used to collect porcelain dolls. I have no idea why. Like, people used to buy me them in the 80s, and lack of other things to buy me. And I loved them, and I thought they were really pretty. And my mum still has one, which was apparently my favourite. And it does just look like this soulless, evil creature that is going to like wake up when I'm asleep. So who knows what I was thinking. Maybe this is why I'm sort of spooky now, that I was just raised on like terrifying dolls, plus my dad's like video shop full of horror. So it kind of makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Let's see what people in the comments are doing. Hello. Oh, interesting. I've watched the TV show with Daisy Jones. Haven't read it. Have either of you two read it?
No.
I kind of want to, because I think it's mixed media, which I always find quite interesting. But yeah, I haven't got to it yet. It is on the pile. So I've been traveling today. Audiobooks are always good for that. Hello, Ashlyn. Awesome. That sounds fun. I love beta reading. I haven't had time to do it much lately. I hope you managed to get your chapter done. We are, so far so good. We're all still awake, so I feel like that's good news. I think that sounds like a very good idea to me, Charlie. Get Ashlyn on board. Trials. Love a good trial book. Putting characters through the paces. Excellent. Well done, Ellie. That sounds productive. I love putting my TBR together. If I ever stuck to it, though, it would be a miracle. I mean, what were our parents doing to us? Like, they clearly set us up to be like the people that we are now, like buying these horrifying objects to scare us when we were children. Okay, so I think it might be time to do another sprint. I'm going to keep editing. I did drop all the loose pages at one point, but luckily they just went flop and fell upside down. I've nearly finished working on them, so I can stop being scared. So I'm going to keep working on the pile. I'm also watching Justified, which I don't know whether either of you two watched it. It's a TV show from, how long ago was it? Like, is it over 10 years ago now or something it said? Yeah, but we're like rewatching it and I haven't seen it for ages, but it's such a good study in character development. It's one of those where, like, within 10 seconds of seeing a character, you know exactly who they are just from like the clothing choices and the way they speak and the things they say. Like, it's really good. It's like a kind of cop drama set in small town America. And yeah, if you're a writer or a reader who's interested in like really good character development, it's great. I'd forgotten how good it was for that. So yeah, I'm like half watching that, half typing up my edits. So are you two both continuing reading the same book?
Yeah, I think so.
Varying degrees of horror. So watch Lizzie's face, everyone, because she's getting to speak. So no pressure, Lizzie. Feel free to turn your camera off if it goes too long.
I'm going to turn my camera off to begin with because I'm going to go and make myself another cup of tea.
Okay.
But I will be back and I will have my camera on because if it is scary, you guys will know about it.
I'm so interested. This is now like whether I continue reading this book or not is hinging on how you feel about this next section. So no pressure at all. I trust you to tell me whether I can cope. Is the grief worth it to get to the wild stuff? That's what I need to know.
Okay.
Nice. Oh yeah, the interview writing style. That's what I liked about it. I bought it for my dad in the end because he was like really into music in the 70s and still is now. And I think it kind of captured that vibe for him really nicely. I do need to read some Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yes. I mean, Timothy Oliphant he's absolutely amazing. He's one of my favourites. He can communicate so much without saying anything at all. He was in Deadwood, which again was like a ridiculous amount of time ago, a Western. I think it was 2003 to 6, and he's just brilliant in it. So you're also reading How to Sell a Haunted House. I don't know how far chapter 21 is, but it'll be interesting. How far are you, Lizzie? What chapter?
I'm literally about to start chapter 15. So
you've got into the wild stuff, Stephen. Okay, I'm glad you're enjoying it. So let's jump to the sprint. Looking forward to hearing what you're both thinking of the book. I hope yours kicks up a gear. Well, both of them. I hope they kick up a gear. I want to read them both. Hopefully, maybe. So we will catch up on the other side. Let us know in the comments how you are getting on. I don't know where that sprint went then. It seems like last time I looked it was 20 minutes left, and then I look again and the cat's about to meow. I got a bit absorbed in what I was doing then, I think. How about you, Kasha? Did you carry on with the same book?
Yeah, I'm around page 60 or so, and it's starting to catch up a little bit, so we shall see. Basically, they are doing another night of the game, and a couple of friends have stepped in to cover the staff members that didn't show up. But things are starting to go not exactly like the game should, so they're starting to wonder what's going on. Things are going wrong, so we'll see. We'll see. Still not sure. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I like the writing, and I like the theme. I just need to see if the rest of the things that I am expecting are there or not.
Yeah, if it delivers on what it promises.
Yeah.
So how many pages did you say you've read so far?
Around 60 or so. It's
yeah, quite a lot, isn't it, in a short book?
200, not even 230, a bit short of that. Yeah. But I'm falling asleep a lot. Like, I'm really tired, so I think I'm not gonna make the last sprint because I'm just
okay.
So I just don't want to fall asleep here for everybody to be like, and no, wake me up, and I will remain here after you guys have left me.
Yeah, feel free to bow out. I don't want that to happen. As amusing as it might be for us, it would be less for you. So yeah, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you coming by. Yeah, feel free to just.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so for me it's past 10 p.m. So
yeah,
I'm already tired. So I feel like if I don't go now, it's gonna be even worse.
Go now, definitely. If you
No,
want
I mean when you go into the next sprint.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, feel free to just go if you want. Or okay, we'll see what Lizzie thinks of the book. What page?
Yes,
you
I want to know. I want the tea.
I didn't read that much because I realized I hadn't had dinner yet, so I went and made myself a bagel, and then I had like 15 minutes left of the sprint, so I've read like just over 20 more pages, so I'm getting closer. But I'm enjoying it. Like it's kind of going into more the creepy stuff rather than like the grief stuff. And my cat was cuddling with me, but he decided he doesn't want to do that anymore. So he made reading really difficult. And Hannah's cat is currently chewing on my hairbrush, and I don't know how I feel about that. So a lot of stuff's going on this last sprint, apparently.
Oh, cats, children, they're all kind of the same. Destroy your house around you, eat everything.
Yes. They're all sleeping in the room here. Like, they're always wherever I am. They're really attached to me, especially the two black boys. They're super attached. They have mommy issues. So they have to be always where I am.
Oh, I have one of those too. I'll come
Yeah.
with you. And it's like, oh, thanks. I just wanted to, have a shower, but okay.
Yeah.
My other guy is outside and he doesn't want to come in. Every time I go to the window to let him in, he's like, I'm not coming in. I'm like, okay, well, it's going to be food time soon, so you'll be coming in then.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's a way to get them back. So, can we help some keywords to make a short story with? And can you just say there's something to work with since it's my first time? Interesting. So, these words that you've been given or words you've thought of, let's see. Okay, which pagan male age style? Interesting. I want to know more. So are these things that you've just kind of come up with and you want to try and flesh out? What do we think so far, you two? Does it sound like we're on the lines of something interesting?
Yeah.
I like all those words. I think I do a similar thing when I start writing. I do like a mind map of all the stuff I'm interested in for that project. And I just get a load of words down similar way, but some of them are really random. Like from the Mina books, I wrote stuff like skulls, and obviously I wrote vampires, serial killers, and then the things that I was interested in, like I branched off and kind of developed the plot a little bit. So yeah, tell us more, and we will see if we can help. Nice. Oh, I thought the same thing. I think we picked up a little bit of purring from. I'm assuming it's your cat, Lizzie. I don't know. Cash, have you got any cats on your person at the moment?
No, there's I'm sitting in one of those chairs where you also have something like a little stool to put your feet on top, and they always like to sleep there, so they are all at my feet. Sometimes they jump on top of me, but yeah.
Oh,
they're around.
Yeah, it's probably yours, Lizzie, then maybe.
Yes, Hamlet is very loving, and he purrs super loudly. But I'm pretty sure he's hungry, and that's what it was for, which is why he's now gone again.
Excellent. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having an amazing time. The picture or video.
Yeah, from it was Twitter. I think I saw the picture. Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Oh, crashed out. Also sounds like a child. Oh, why does everybody make me want to get a cat in these sprints? I can't cope with another living creature in this house at the moment.
I'm gonna grab one.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Also, like my boy, Nathan lets me do stuff like that. Like, come here, just want to snuggle you. Yeah. Asleep now, though. Let's leave him where he is. I'm quite happy with that. Sleeping child, much better at 9:30. Oh, caught red-handed.
It is. It is Hannah's mug.
Oops.
It was the first one I got from the cupboard. So yeah. What are you gonna do?
No, Lizzie, you need to admit that you miss her so much that you need to use her mug.
Well, Hannah already knows this. She already knows this. Yeah, it is.
I think Kasha saved you there. Let's use that as the excuse. Oh, nice. Thank you, Sylvie.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's great. Literally, the only way I found success with stuff I've written is to write exactly what I want to and not worry about what other people are doing.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely just now flesh out the things that you've started off with. Keep going, keep trying different plotting methods. You've got all the time you need at this early point. So, yes, exciting. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. Like, go on holiday. You've been left behind, Lizzie, so you have to fend for yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, it was in the cupboard, Hannah. So.
Uh-oh, challenge accepted. I feel like you're going to be like virtually haunted now or something.
Yeah, do your worst, Hannah. I know you will anyway.
I love you too. Yeah. Everybody needs friends as close as the two of you are. It's very sweet. Okay, so I think we are going to lose Kasha before she falls asleep. Do you think you can manage one more, Lizzie?
Yeah, I'm going to read for a bit longer anyway. So
excellent. Yeah. So I'm going to try and push on through typing up these last few notes and do a bit more reading, editing, and stuff. I am getting sleepy too, but I think I can manage another half an hour. And Kev just put on a really old episode of Boy Meets World, so I think I'm going to half watch that while I'm.
Oh, I was obsessed with that when I was a kid.
Me too. And it's one of those things that, like, we've just started rewatching it, and I am enjoying it still. Like, I think the humor, I'm thinking, like, how did I watch this as a kid? Some of the humor is quite, like, adult, and I think it must have just gone completely.
Yeah, I've been meaning to rewatch it. I had a crush on his best friend.
Yeah, see, I was saying that to Kev. Like, I definitely, when I started, it was the best friend because I was, like, young enough, and then as I got older, like, moved on to the older brother. So this kind of
for me, it was the best friend. I was like, really, like, I had a crush on him, and I haven't watched the show since I was a kid. So I wonder what I would think if I would watch it now.
Yeah, he's like 10. So
yeah, it's not gonna happen now.
It's really weird. Like, now I do watch it, and I'm like, it's Dad. Actually, I've gone through like the full range of ages. Like, his dad's where it's at now. So, oh god, I'm gonna end up watching it when I'm like really old, aren't I? And thinking that like the elderly neighbor is hot, and it's gonna just be like...
or the teacher. This teacher.
Yeah, yeah. He lives next door to his teacher. It's like every kid's nightmare. Or I don't know if. A lot of the kids used to like ask where I live so they could come and call on me when I was a teacher. I was like, no, that isn't how this works. So maybe it depends on the teacher. Okay, so we'll say bye-bye to Kasha before I start rambling anymore. And Lizzie and I will be with you for another 30 minutes. Oh dear, Hannah is going to do her worst, so good luck with that.
Good night, Sharon.
Sleep with one eye open. And we will see you in half an hour. That's it. Last sprint. It's gone by so quickly tonight. I literally can't believe it's nearly 10 o'clock. How did you get on in that last one, Lizzie?
I read a fair amount. I'm now on page 215.
Okay.
It's definitely creepier. And like, it's definitely taken a hard left. I wasn't. Well, I guess I was expecting it to, but like, it's taken a route I wasn't expecting it to. It's enjoyable. I'm enjoying the writing style, and I like the sibling relationship that the main character and her brother have. Like, it's quite real in the sense of like siblings argue all the time and they don't have the best relationship, but actually when they sit down and talk about stuff, they do get on. It's just like, yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot more now, but I am really tired.
Oh, so would you say it's picked up then, and it's now one that you'll kind of look forward to seeing it through?
I think so, but like it took a long time to get there. Like that is something that is a bit of a gripe. Like this won't be a 5-star. Like I think it'll be 3.5, maybe 4. But just because it has taken way too long, in my opinion, to get here. Like I'm basically halfway through now, and it's like you should not be halfway through a horror book for the horror to actually kick in. Like no.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if like authors like Grady Hendrix have a bit of room to kind of explore and try stuff out and let things build, because people will carry on reading it, because like you've been told that it goes wild halfway through, and enough people say it, you kind of maybe give it more of a chance. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no.
But anyway, I'm glad you're going to finish it and that it hasn't kind of put you off Grady Hendrix indefinitely, because I do think you'd like his books. I know that you enjoy like My Heart's a Chainsaw and stuff like that. So I think, you know, particular ones of his books like Final Girl Support Group definitely has that feel to it.
Yeah.
Let's see what people in the comments are saying. Yes, Charlie, absolutely. Send things. I will look at them. You've got my email address. Stephen's at a similar place to you, so the creeps will be picking up. Creepiness will be picking up. Nice. I wish I could draw character stuff. It'd be a lot easier. I do use Pinterest boards for that sometimes, which is quite fun, although I do go down a rabbit hole then of like building Pinterest board when I should actually be writing the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd definitely say take your time and do all the world building and stuff that you want, and then if you're anything like me, you'll get to the point where you start itching to write it, and that's usually when I do some plotting, but I also just plunge in and like get stuck in probably too early. Have you done any writing recently, Lizzie, or have you been more about the reading and the drama?
I haven't really been doing much of anything at the moment. I started a new job, which is some late nights, some early mornings, and it's just completely like taken my reading and doing anything away, to be honest. But it is what it is.
Do you reckon it could settle down, or is this what it's going to be like, do you think?
It will eventually. It's just I'm always just so tired. I just want to sit and watch YouTube and just kind of play games and not really use my brain too much.
Maybe that's what you've got to do to get through this patch. I definitely have times like that where if I'm ever not getting much sleep, you just sometimes it's like you get through the day.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why I'll probably finish this chapter and then go to bed. I need to feed the cats and stuff and try and get my cat in from outside. So
yeah, I've got a couple more pages I want to read through, and then I'm going to go to bed because I can feel the tiredness. But you know, when you're in a scene and I'm like, I don't want to leave it because I've just figured out what it's about, and I need to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's it for the comments. So it might be a good time to finish there. It feels like it's been productive tonight, gone by really fast. Thank you for the chat and keeping me going when I'm so tired. I can feel myself like sloping off the screen. This is not a good sign. I just further down instead of writing. Well, aliens nearly fallen on my head too.
Well, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. I always enjoy it. Get some actual reading done.
Yes, at some point I will read in sprints again, but not until probably September.
Yeah.
I've kind of met.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, StreamYard just did a little glitch. Then StreamYard's trying to tell us it's time to go.
Oh no.
Mine just went off for a second. So maybe we should just sign off and call it quits for now.
Yeah,
so
probably.
I have got a sprint. Is it Monday, Kev, the next one?
with somebody.
Oh yeah, so on Monday, Kendara Blake is coming on my sprints, and I've got a couple of other people that I'm waiting to hear back from. So hopefully we can do some good writing and some good chat together. So if you want to join us for that, it'll be at 7:30 UK time. Night. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, we'll be here Monday. Night, Sharon. Monday and Thursday next week. So hopefully I'll catch up with you all soon. Bye.